Then we got something amazing.
Oh, my God. Bischoff had a lewd meeting with Miss Tessmacher.
His first sentence to her was that he liked her pearl necklace.
Yeah.
Not making this up.
Tessmacher, I love that pearl necklace.
Which, by the way, was I think there may have been 5,000 pearls on this 84-link necklace.
Mm-hmm. So they made plans. This is what I wrote down. They make plans to fuck later.
Yeah.
Maybe after the show, get together at my place, have a little cocktail.
And after arranging time and perhaps payment, he then had the gall to accuse her of being a whore. Mm-hmm. He called her all sorts of names that got bleeped.
Let me tell you how easy you are. Can you?
He accused her of spilling secrets to Kevin Nash and the Pope that almost cost him everything.
You know what you almost cost me? By talking to those two guys? Sharing information that wasn't supposed to be shared?
What were these secrets? And what did they almost cost you?
I like how he just now found out about this, by the way.
Yes, that too.
You know what the best part of this was?
No, I don't.
I'll tell you. It's hard to tell what he called her because it was all bleeped out. But it appears he called her a bitch a number of times, and a whore, and probably a slut, and every terrible name you could call a woman.
I bet Skank was in there.
And she stood there the entire time, and finally, what set her off and caused her to run off weeping was when he told her to get her 38 double Ds out of there.
Now you and your 38 double Ds, get the hell out of my sight. I'm done with you.
Because, you see, she doesn't care about being called a slut or a whore or a bitch. But when she points out that her breasts are a size 38 double D, she can take no more. What?
That was not my favorite part. My favorite part was right as she's leaving, he explains to her that she's fired as his secretary and whatever other services she may have been providing. He explains to her that she will have to... You just remembered. She will have to get a pair of boots and a pair of tights, and she will have to go wrestle. Now,
I will bet you, I won't say $1 million because someone will cause me to pay up, but I'll bet you $10 that they put her in a pair of baggy pants.
I think a long, fluffy dress.
Yes. They will find some way to completely cover her best asset, which is in fact her ass, when she does this match.
A bustle? Is that what the women used to wear?
She'd look good in a bustle, but...
Okay, but yeah, yes. So he explained to her that to have a job, she's going to have to go wrestle. And this is a quote that in a million years I could never make up, but it's what Eric Bischoff said. Because that's all you are good for.
Find some boots, throw on some tights, and go sling your ass around with the TNA knockouts, because that's all you're good for.
And that's when I decided this was the ultimate wrestling show for people who hate wrestling. Because you see, she was being demoted from prostitute to pro wrestler.
Find some boots, throw on some tights, and go sling your ass around with the TNA knockouts, because that's all you're good for. You're not
This is a terrible, terrible insult.
By the way,
I'm not making this up, everyone. I'm not even really loosely interpreting it. That's what the man said.
This was where I had to check to see how many words I'd written so far about this show. 2,034.
See, I actually took much sparser notes than usual.
And I was not trying to pad it. I was merely writing everything that happened on the show. Complete, overwritten bullshit this show was.
Yes, so then Mr. Anderson, same segment, showed up to annoy Eric.
No idea what they were talking about. I gave up.
He called him an asshole and a douchebag, and he grabbed his hand for a handshake, and Eric was selling it like it was caught in the jaws of life. So now Mr. Anderson, who never really thought of him as a powerhouse, but apparently he has a killer handshake of death.
Mm-hmm.
All right, good to know.
Son